So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid that I don't break.
And welcome back to the True Internationals. While we are approaching that match 3 right now, I am here with my analyst and Wans right here as well. So we're gonna be match 3. It's gonna be up against Impurity, and it's up from India, and it's gonna be up against AHT from Indonesia. So they're looking fine so far. We've seen the interview so far, as you know, Neko Queen and Coach Hafiz was actually talking about it. But we are completely sorry about the inconvenience that the stream has to end as well, because there was technical electrical issues on the side of Indonesia on our streamer side. So we do apologize on behalf of us as well. So with that being said, guys, seems like the teams are ready, and we're gonna speed things up because AHT are on the hurry as well. So with that being said, once, how's it going?
Yeah, I mean, the electricity problem, man, it's just everywhere. So yeah. So with that, we're gonna see both the teams in the lobby are ready, and it's just one more player. We're gonna wait for that player to just hit that ready button, and we will head straight into the drafting phase. So yeah, guys, stay tuned and hope for the best for each of the teams.
All right, seems like teams are ready for drafting phase now. Seems like we're gonna be seeing height on Bush actually on the side now, and he's actually with a verified squad, a verified batch there. But I feel like height on Bush is actually deaf here. So having him, is he like a substitute, or is he? I have no idea. Once I feel like somebody's missing here.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a substitute on the side of Impurity Esports, hide on Bush. So yeah.
All right, first up, first ban, always on the side of Impurity Esports.
Fight
here,
fight for the ultimate answer.
The legendary Hilda from the side of Impurity, yeah.
My God, they really hate Hilda, don't they? Wow.
Yeah, they definitely have something against her. I feel like, they either, don't want to give Super M that Hilda.
Again?
Or, yeah, because we have seen Super M play Hilda, so yeah.
All right, that being said, on the side of Team AHT this time, they're in a hurry, but I hope they don't make those hasty decisions on to the drafting and whatsoever. But this time it's gonna be Marco.
The falling stars brought us here.
Wow, deny Neko Queen to Novaria, but it's actually the Queen on Selena, so we do not know yet, right?
I mean, maybe they're denying away that Novaria to Impurity Esports, to prevent that vision, which Novaria can provide in a huge AoE radius. So yeah. And on the side of Impurity here, what are they gonna pick off, against AHT? Because AHT, they do come up with very unique drafts. So with that being said, we're gonna see Super M actually picking up the Freya against Team AHT. They do not want the Team INDO to get their hands onto the Freya here. So looking quite reasonable, with the Freya ban that's coming off from the side of Impurity Esports again, AHT.
Butterflies.
Yeah, I mean, these bans were usually for PH team, but it seems like they're gonna implement it in Indo teams as well, because AHT with their element of surprise with the drafts, they're not risking that Freya on their side of their composition. So I feel like that was like Neko Queen's call to actually pull it out. But this time on the side of Impurity, I'm quite excited for this hide on Bush guy to actually shine. Maybe he is a jungler, or maybe not. Van Satoru is there, but somebody's definitely getting replaced on this one. We didn't see your mom here, so.
Yeah, your mom is like a DEXP if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah.
Because Super M here, he is the roamer on the side of Impurity Esports. And talking about the ban, from the side of
always on the way.
From the side of AHT, it seems like they're actually targeting Neko Queen,
What's your command?
Yeah. As well as Van Satoru with the Fanny ban. They do respect Van Satoru's Fanny, so they are gonna deny him of his Fanny. And here on the side of Impurity, they are going up with the first pick as the as the meta roam at the moment. We see that they're just basically gonna go ahead and pick off that Badang and denying AHT from picking him off. So yeah.
And look at that.
you know, yes.
Once, go on.
Oh, so yeah, and if we look at on the side of AHT, they have not banned that many assassins, so it's looking quite okay for Van Satoru, because there are still a lot of options on the table for him. The Joy is open, as well as the Hayabusa and other assassins, so it's looking pretty solid for Van Satoru in this
Time to
draft.
drop the beat
But
of
then again,
flowers.
just as I was saying, the Joy is open. Mephisto here gonna secure his hands onto that Joy, and he will deny Van Satoru from picking off those electrifying beats and Rhythm of Joy.
Indeed. And look at that. Seems like Neko Queen here trying to show a little bit of a chow going on, but it seems like Van Satoru instantly locking to the Hayabusa, and at the same time it's going to be hide on bush as their gold laner this time, because wow, that was a quick swap from it. It's going to be the Harit.
Everything is within
Yeah.
my reach.
Are we gonna see Super Kev actually going for the roam? Because Hide on Bush will probably be on the gold lane. What do you think, Buckley?
Yeah,
Because
but
we know that Super Kev, he is a flexible player. He is really versatile with his roles, so he can, adjust through and fro with his roles. So it's not a problem for him.
Yeah, that's completely true. Maybe Super Kev might be the one to actually go EXP instead. This time he's gonna be showing gold, roam, and maybe possibly an EXP right now, flexing his roles on
Experience
mid
the
and
euphony
base
of
team.
suffering.
So this time it's gonna be that straight up Granger pick on the side of AHT this time. So against the Harit, I mean, the Harit definitely has those skills to dash away from the Rhapsody that's gonna be coming from Marco. But then again, if he does not have that Zaman Force, it's not gonna be that constant dashing. So once Marco has that Death Sonata, maybe he can kind of get some damaging pokes onto the side of Harit, but Harit still have the shield when he chrono dashes, so it's gonna be quite a match on both the teams. But still, if Harit can get the Zaman Force on towards Marco,
I am not the
he can
only
definitely dish
one
him out
bound by
and
these
easily
champions.
lane.
Yeah, but let's not forget that Harit is usually always
banning.
on a Purify. So on the other hand, Mephisto here, he can get his hands on the Harit, with the Rhythm of Joy as well as the Electrifying Bead. So here, Hide on Bush, he has to be really, really careful and decisive with what decision he takes, especially in the gold lane, because we know that the gold lane is one of the most crucial lanes in the game. And if it is gapped, it's going to be a very hard comeback to pull off, because Granger being the hero, with the stack system on him, as he progresses into the game, he will become stronger and stronger. And talking about stacks, we do see that Team AHT, they are also gonna deny Neko Queen of that Sicilian. So not a lot of options left on the table for Neko Queen. But then again, Selena is still on the table, so we might see a Selena pick on Neko Queen again. What do you think, Balti?
Yeah, in the last and while we were waiting for Neko
When you
Tweem this time.
gaze
Oh,
into
wait,
the
they're
face
banning a Selena on their side instead. They're actually scared that AHT might be picking that against Neko Queen. So I don't know whose call was that. It's probably like Neko, because he's the only one who's gonna say like, yeah, just give them. I don't want to play it this time. So yeah, on the side of AHT this time, they're picking out those tanky heroes. Two tanky boys on the side of AHT so far for that engagement.
Yeah. I mean, on the side of AHT, a lot of bodyguards for Marco, especially in the late game, because if they progress into the late game, they will need, those tanky front lines to be up front to soak the damage while providing that protection for Marco. So it's looking really, really solid onto the side of Team AHT so far into the draft. But then again, what are we seeing here? What is going on with the draft? Is Super Kev gonna be the one who is gonna roam? Because we do see that he has his hands locked onto the Belleric, trying to maybe pick the Belleric as a counter for Joy with his Dire Rat. But then again, it seems like Super Kev is not gonna be the one roaming. He is gonna be thrown into the EXP as Bonte said. And with that, Neko Queen will finish off this the last draft of Impurity Esports with a Vexana pick. And on the side of AHT, we see that Rendiz, he will lay his hands onto that Xavier.
But can Rendiz, never mind with Rendes on the Xavier this time. So both of the mid laners have quite a range, but definitely Randy's is gonna have that Donnie like advantage to actually poke out. But this pick coming from Neko Queen though, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, especially when these engagements coming in for Joy at the same time that Glorious Path is being held away, because most of the teams are all gonna be following up together. So having that Curse Grip to be grabbing on that AoE for his team, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, indeed, Walty. That Soul Grip is going to come in really handy, especially when Joy, comes in with the Rhythm of Joy to engage onto Neko Queen.
Welcome to Mobile
With that being
Legends.
said, welcome back to the Land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. As we are soaring
seconds
high
till
through
the
the
enemy
skies,
reaches
we
the
have
battlefield.
blue side
Smash them.
representing the blue waters. It's going to be
troops
Pure
deployed.
Esports, and on the red side representing the cold, never mind cold, but the hot HD, the Army Hunter Esports on the red side here, as they are going to be clashing for who is basically better. So with that being said, the mid side post going on straight as Nickel Queen already clearing entirety of that lane.
Yeah, I mean, Vixana is one of those mages that can instantly delete the minions in the early phases of the game here. So yeah, and talking about the game here, we see that a lot of poke coming off from the side of, Super Kef towards Raja there onto that CC. He is actually really taking advantage. Oh, what is going on in the mid side here, Bolty?
Zihan's taking a lot of hits from there. It's going to be super Kev here, locking him into place while Nickel Queen just deals those burst damage with those Curse Blasts. But bot side as well, it seems like Mr. Hydon Bush is actually winning against Marco. Or maybe there's like a big difference on the Indian server
On the
as
top,
first.
Bolty.
But top side as well as Rhythm of Joy is not yet pod, but it's just going to be Raja here losing the lane against Supreme, because this is a given, because Joy will win any time of the day.
Indeed, and it looks like Mephisto was actually looking for a gang onto the EXP side. But then again, Super Kev with his map awareness just manages to avoid that. So Mephisto here just gonna go ahead and invade that farm onto the side of Impurity Esports. But then again, on the bot lane, we see that Van Satru is actually exchanging a lot of that.
Oh, Van is actually going for the quad shadow kill, and it's gonna be Hydron Bush getting the first blood to Marco. India finally getting that first blood for the sweet country, indeed, as Super Rim here. So it's going straight for the Yo-Yo Blitz instead, but has to be backing out. It's both the EXP on the top side as their mid laner are accompanying them. But the poke is definitely noticeable on the side of Impurities Esports, as the turtle is up for the taking.
Yeah, oh, look at there, Bolty. The first crack just popped right out. And it seems like for now there's not going to be a fist crack onto the side of Impurity Esports to fight against this turtle fight here.
Indeed, fist break being spent there, and then the turtle being taken to the side of Impurity. They're wasting no time, and it seems like Team AHT are aware that they cannot take it, so they're playing it safe instead. They're wanting to farm up to get those power spikes and even possibly item power spikes as well.
Oh, Van Satru.
It's going to be a one-on-one clash on the junglers here, but Van Sataru do not want to waste that shadow kill just yet, because they want to actually have something, but the goal as well being popped, as well as Hydron Bush is in trouble here. But look at Zihan's being denied by Supercat with a fist break as well. We actually see on the top side as well that Mephistopheles is also actually going straight for that Magma Golem, but I feel like you take it out. But yes, the quad shadow popped out by Van Sataru again.
Yeah, and oh, what is going on here, both?
Oh, the Queen drops the Eternal Guard right there as the Demand Force being popped by Hydron Bush there, as Zihans is in a little bit of a pinch here as Mephist comes in with that Retribution as well. The Electrifying Beast will be the one to take out two, but no, only one as the Queen falls to the hands of AST.
Yeah, actually Mephisto came in just the right time, but then again Van Satru comes in the right time as well and manages to pick off Mephisto here. And then again here, Van Satru is just going to continue his farming, but then again Marco will be poking off with that Dead Sonata.
Yeah, look at Marco just with that tank. If you guys keep saying S5 pick tank, that might be coming if they have that Megatron skin. So yeah, pay careful of
Yeah.
what you wish for. So anyhow, Hydron Boost is actually on the advantage as well. But it seems like both of the teams are ready, are like, clumping together for that turtle fight right there, because it's going to be spawning in like a matter of 15 seconds as top side Super Im are actually, getting some yo-yo blitz on that old turret.
Yeah. And talking about that, it seems like the turtle has already spawned. And the teams are actually making their way to the turtle, positioning themselves. And Mephisto already on his way to the turtle, but then again, Van Sato already laying his hands onto the turtle here.
Super Im is here to get that breaks, and Fizz break being popped by Super Kef right now. Raja in trouble as he gets punished. Of the ring of punishment towards Nickel Cream, as Van Sato also trying to help as Mephisto Palace finally gets Super Im there. AOG being dropped there as True getting caught into the A's of the Demigod as well. But look at Hydron Bush here trying to do something. It seems like Impurity Esports are gonna fall for there, but the turtle being taken on the side of AC this time around. But look at Mephisto. He does not want to be overextending, but he is overextending to the fact that he is quite confident and be able to, get out of the way with the Rhythm of Joy.
Yeah, I mean, the Rhythm of Joy on Joy, it's just crazy because 3 dashes, man. You can just go in and out, and then here on the bot side though, you look at Hyron Bush, just going off against Hylas. It seems like, AHT, they're actually swapping lanes. They're actually sending the Grandeur onto the top against Super Cap to make his life easier. But then again, what just happened?
Van just getting that solo kill on Rendez right there. Mephisto was not, there to save Van because the quad shadow was way too fast for it to pop, as Zion here is also in a little bit of a trouble as well. Popped in the LG to get the safety, smashing the Magma Golem in process. But Eternal Guard is also being spent by Nickel Queen, so no Eternal Guard for a few seconds.
Yeah. And with that, it seems like it's still gonna take a few seconds here for the turtle to spawn. But then again, here Van Sato on the top, trying to, push that.
Something's gonna happen in top side here, as Impurity are on to the offensive, as they want to take the skirmish on the top side here, or maybe not. They're going straight for the middle instead. But for now, who is it gonna be the one that's gonna bite the dust?
I mean, looking at the draft, looking at the picks, it seems like the scales might shift towards AHT when they lean towards the late game, because they do have a Grandeur as well as a Xavier for that late game potential. And on the other hand, on the side of Impurity, we have only Hydron Bush. And what can Hydron Bush do against such what is going on there?
There might be something happening, as the turtle initiated by the side of Impurity once again, as Van Satoru is on the bot side bush, where some players have fallen to prey, I should say. But anyhow, here seems like the Mystic Field gonna be popping towards Super Im. For now, it seems like both of the teams are taking their sweet time to rendezvous into this turtle phase, so for that turtle fight.
Yeah, and look at Mephisto already taking his purple and now making his way into the turtle. Trying to steal it off. But then again, Van Satoru here just, pressuring the lane, clearing away that bot lane to, prevent the Hylos there from being engaged in the turtle fight.
So many happening here. Fist crack being popped by Super Kev, but Marco might be the one to devour that. Rendez falling as well, as Super Kev is taken out by Marco here. The quad shadow being popped towards Raja here. What can Raja do instead of just going straight for the Hidden Bush? And Marco here being given the chance to actually do something. He does not get a kill, but it's gonna be Mephisto getting the kill on Hidden Bush as well. It's gonna be 3-2 trade in that, with another turtle being stolen by the side of Impurity right there.
Wow, Van Satoru goes right in with the quad shadow, retrieves, and just pops back out of that danger, man. He's just making those trades, even though his teammates are dying. On the other hand, he, with the turtle steal, makes up for that loss. And if we look at the goal difference, actually Impurity are the one leading with the goal. Objective-wise, both teams are looking pretty even. Both have managed to take one turret on either side. And if you look at a Marco, actually, let's check his stacks. He's just 9 minutes, into the game, and he has already managed to get over 300 stacks onto that grandeur. So it's looking pretty solid, on the side of AHT, because those stacks, as long as they keep stacking up, they can always tilt the scale towards AHT.
Indeed, and look at the details being, delivered on the side of Impurity right now. But it seems like both of the teams are traded out with both, tier 1 turns on both of the top and the bot. So both of the teams are actually quite well, matched up in this kind of formation. I don't know who has the ping, disadvantage, but it looking like both of the teams don't have any at this point.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the ping, it seems like they have figured out the ping issue.
Yeah.
Both of them are playing quite fairly, but then again here, Randy's poking Neko Queen with that Dawning Light, chunking away his HP here on the top. Though, look at the Harriet and the Leon, the Leon and Joy. But then again, it seems like Iron Bush is just gonna back off, not gonna risk it against a Joy who already has a Stallion Sight as well as a Bloodwing.
True to that. And then it's just gonna be Van here continuing the farm for more gold, for more power spikes. So looking at that, Elemental Lord already spawned to the side, the top side on the gold side, I should
Look
say.
at
But
Van.
look at Van, he almost goes in straight for that kill. But lots of people on the side of AST to defend that, so they're not going to be wasting that shadow kill just yet. Maybe for a turtle steal with invulnerability so far, but Hydro Bush here is getting caught by a little bit of that. Raja pops in that Zamban Force, going straight for that as Raja falls to the hands of Hydro Bush. And it's going to be another one falling to the hands of Impurity again. It's going to be double for Hydro Bush. Look at Mephisto just going in with the there, right there, but he gets cards skipped by Neko Queen there, but has to go back. And with that being said, it's a green light on the side of Impurity to take this Elemental Lord for the push.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's going more. He wants more. He's greedy and he gets it. And he gets rewarded with Hydro Bush getting a kill on Marco, the gold laner of... never mind. Here comes more. But the flicker was just enough for Mr. Rendes to escape the ref of the, Ameno Abikiru or something. Anyhow.
So yeah, with that, it seems like, the Elemental Lord is marching his way down onto the bot lane. And as for AHT, it seems like the turret shield is still up onto the bot lane. But then again, with that Lord marching towards that lane, it's not going to make much of a difference. But then again, it's just a Elemental Lord, so it's not going to be that painful to deal with. They can just melt it away with that grandeur on the side as well as the Xavier.
Indeed. I just love the way that the tank is just rolling there.
Yeah.
Look at Elemental Lord is gonna be like free takenly on the side of AST now, but don't forget at the mid side here as Impurity are working on that tier 2.
Oh, look at Mephisto.
Finally get it, but Mephisto on the backside. Oh, gets the queen and then runs away with the killing spree as well. And with that being said, there's actually quite an assassin play from Mephisto, but Van Satoru wants to show it, but he gets punished instantly by the Unbreakable of Zihans. And that's what it is as Raja goes in for the jump at the same time. Coming in the Mephisto fellas here, going in for Electrifying Beast as well. Marco with the tank here, nuking them with those, high caliber shots, I should say. And he's going for more.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't have that Sky Piercer just yet, so he cannot secure those kills. But then again, what a nice defense and comeback on the side of AHT.
Well, talking about AHT, they did manage to get the kills, but then again, objective-wise, they are really behind. Not only did they lose a lot of turrets, they also lost the inhibitor in the top side. So with that super minion marching toward the top side, it will be quite an advantageous scene, for Impurity Esport here.
Indeed. And also Granger finally has that, Sky Piercer to secure the kills. But will it be enough to actually carry his team around, or will it be enough to turn his team around? Because I feel like Team AHC are actually on the ping disadvantage in the first half, but they're handling out pretty well for the side of the disadvantage. But for now, it seems like Impurity are gonna wait it out for the next Lord. That's gonna be the Luminous Lord on their side.
Yeah. And as they're waiting out for the Lord, let's take a moment and take a glimpse at the items of both teams. And if we look at the leading The one leading the goal is actually Van Satru with over 10k gold. He already has a lot of main items, War Axe, Malefic Raw, BOD, as well as the Hunter Strike, already making his last item the Endless Battle, I should say. But then again here, seems like a lot of poke. Oh, what is Van doing?
Van is trying to bait out ultimates. That's what he wants to do as a Hayabusa. If it's not for the baiting out kind of items, because Hayabusa is to a point there he cannot get that solo kills anymore. But oh, Super Kef here has to bash it out with the fist break for now. But Raja here tanking so much damage from Super Kev. The current call being locked into 2, and Mephistopheles also cannot dash with the Rhythm of Joy because the current call was way too much. As here comes Van with the dashes, with the shadow kill, and you know, Super M finally gets it as well.
Ooh,
As Marco on the hands of Van Satoru, and Raja will also fall here as Super M gets the double while Height of Bush gets the kill on Raja, and that's 4 down on the side of Indonesia. And I feel like this is a wrap for Team India to get this first win on their hands. And look at that, they're hosting and hugging the crystal. Explodes to the second game we go.
Yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful first game coming off from the side of both teams. But then again, Impurity, you know, maintaining their momentum, maintaining that, you know, objective pressure against AHT. AHT not being able to respond with the counter push. So with that, you know, we see that, you know, at the end, one by one, all of the teams from AHT, they were actually, you know, getting picked off. And with that, it was a wrap for game 1. Impurity just, you know, takes it away like it was nothing.
Indeed, indeed. And with that being said, wrapping up that game 1 taken by Impurity, but will it be game 2 taken by AHT? We never know, but we're gonna find out as we're gonna be jumping straight into the second draft as we see our teams readying up straight away, because I feel like we don't want to take much of their time because they're still students, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty late there in Indonesia as well. So yeah, we're gonna be jumping straight into the match unless you know, the teams are actually coming back for that.
Well, it seems like Balti, AHT are not quite ready here, you know, because some players are actually missing from the lobby, so it's gonna take you know, a few minutes to recruit them back here. It seems like they're actually gone for a water break or something.
Indeed, indeed, water break, or maybe they are actually, you know, picking up the, you know, the substitutes here to actually come and participate in the second one here. But it seems like that was definitely a disadvantage on the side of AHT. So, you know, they weren't able to do something. So, you know, even making those analysis there, because they're on a disadvantage. So we know that they're on a disadvantage. So we can't really make those analysis, right? Because it's unfair for both the teams. Actually, for one team is pretty unfair. So with that being said, this time I feel like gonna be on the other server now, so it seems like Impurity might be playing on that disadvantage. So we will see, is it gonna be a one-on-one, or Impurity, you know, by God's miracle can do something back and maybe get the 2-2, who knows, 2-0.
Yeah, and it seems like we are actually gonna play in Singapore server in this game.
Yes, sir.
So the scales might shift towards you know, Team AHT in this round.
Yeah, that's very, very much true. And yeah, we got Carney and Son back into the match here. It seems like he's gonna be replaced with the Rendes this time. And with that being said, it seems like the formation on the side of Impurity are still intact. They're still, you know, all the members that we have seen in the previous match. So with that being said, if they can be ready up, we could jump straight into the drafting once again. But this time, it's going to be first pick on the side of AHT.
Indeed. So, you know, before we jump into the drafting phase, let me just read out the names of players. You know, from AHT, we have Son, we have Mephisto, we have Carney, we have Zihan, and the gold laner Marco. On Impurity though, we have Neko Queen, we have Van Satru, we have Super M, Hide on Bush, and it seems like one of the players is actually missing, and that is going to be Super Kef. Seems like they're actually fixing some of their issues here, so yeah. They'll be back in like a moment.
All right. Seems like they're gonna have a little bit of a break on their side as well, but what can we still say? So once tonight is the second day. Tonight was actually to be the last day of this true international, but yeah, we have that, technical issues on the second day. We couldn't have those matches, so those matches are, thrown into tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be the last day as well. It's going to be up against those teams. If I can pull them up right now, we're going to be looking at those teams again for now while we're waiting for the players. So yeah, the second matches teams are going to be up against Bunsuran and Divine Ravens. And it's going to be AST Esports versus Jesus is Lord in the second match. And the third match is going to be Impurity Esports versus Anbu Esports as well. So we're still going to be seeing Impurity on the last match and the time against Indonesia. And it's going to be Indonesia and PH on the second match. And the first match is going to be PH versus India on the first match. It's going to be quite a way to kickstart that one indeed. So yeah, pretty excited. And there's also going to be a surprise tomorrow, so I hope you guys, come and look to that and make it the grand finals, basically. Because we're going to be giving you guys some service on the caster desk as well with something, right, once?
Yeah, do not disclose that yet. It's a surprise to the audience.
Surprise.
So we're just going to keep it a secret for tonight. And, as you said, tomorrow's going to be the grand final for this international scrims. So guys, stay tuned and wait, stay tuned and, be in touch to see what will happen in the grand finals, which team will take, the title of winning this international scrim. But then again, remember guys, this is not a competition. This is basically a scrim for a mutual understanding between all the regions, to create that bonding and sportsmanship between all these three regions.
Indeed, well said once. It's all about the bond, because if you can get that friendly matches here, the better the friendly environment, the better the sportsmanship. Some say that they have beef, but even if they have beef, they actually work to the point where they're very, intrigued to it. But I don't think that's actually good, because having those beefs and all whatsoever, I mean, it doesn't look professional, honestly, even though it might be entertaining to the audience. But then again, true international is all about that friendly, bond, the power of friendship, what Ash Ketchum from Pokemon used to say. And then Windows, like counter the Pikachu basically winning against like a ground type, because that's like crazy, right?
Yeah.
So power of friendship it is. That's what we want to form.
Yeah, I mean, when you said the power of friendship, I actually recall the meme that I saw recently. Like, there's like basically two ponies, and they say power of friendship, and then the horn comes together. So yeah, it's really funny there.
You mean like unicorns?
Yeah, unicorns.
Yeah. Okay. I was a bit surprised when you said the horns and you said ponies. So like, what? Wait, when did ponies have horns?
Yeah. My bad there. So yeah, guys, we're just at this point we're just gonna wait off for Impurity here to show up, because it seems like they're actually having Wi-Fi issue. It seems like the lights just got back into the area, so they are gonna have to wait to reconnect that Wi-Fi.
Indeed. And this time it seems like Super Kev's out of that, but maybe he can come back, and maybe he can come and surprise us, hopefully this time with a jungle or something.
Wait, what am I hearing? What am I hearing, Balti? What am I hearing from the side of AHT here? I just heard that they said that they are still in school and they've not eaten yet. Does that make sense?
God. Oh
like,
my God.
This late, they're still outside of their homes. Not even had anything till now to this point. So yeah, this is the sportsmanship, guys, that you should learn, from these players. This is the dedication. Yeah, because despite them being teenagers, the dedication they show, it's actually highly respected. It's it's really commendable, and it's something we all should learn from.
Yeah, speaking of food, I haven't eaten my food before, and I was losing my energy, and I was casting like this, because that match against Bunsuran and what was that again? Bunsuran and
Ran
Anbu.
and Anbu.
It was actually pretty goated, not gonna lie. But the fact that
Yeah.
I didn't have the energy, I couldn't deliver that speech to you, that hype casting it deserves. So don't skip out on the food, guys. Even though dedication, because nutrition, is better than overdoing stuff. Because health is wealth. That's what they used to say.
hmm I mean, guys, just be out there, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and always be grateful for whatever opportunity you have in life. Never let go of anything. So that be humble, be grateful. Whatever. Okay. So yeah, with that being said, remember to be humble and grateful. So with that, we are gonna head straight into the drafting here.
You heard the man. Be humble. Be grateful. Thank somebody for the food at least. Okay?
Your team is
Won't actually
banning.
sound religious there, but yes, thanks whoever provide you food as well. But anyhow, here first ban on the side of AHT, it's gonna be the Van Sataru respect ban coming in the side of AHT right now. So
Yeah. I mean, whenever we see that impurity they go off against any team, it is mostly two main players that's always targeted. It's either Neko Queen and his mages, being targeted, or it is going to be Van, his assassins being denied to him. So yeah, and looking at the first ban on the side of AHT, they actually did ban off the Hayabusa, which they faced off again in the last game on Van Sataru.
Butterflies born by thy
Your
wish.
team
Indeed.
is
And with
banning.
that being said,
The lanterns
here, Impurity Esport, they are aware that AHT, they do have that first pick. So they are going to go ahead with the
Magic is
safer
my
bans. They are going to
life.
ban
Your
ahead that
team
Fusion.
is
They do
banning.
not want to give away that Fusion that easily. And here, as a counter ban from the side of AHT, we see that the Harrod is being picked off as well. And we did see that the Harrod did made a lot of plays in the previous game against the Grandeur there. So yeah.
Absolutely. But this time, they're not giving Hydron Bush the
No one can escape my iron
But at
fist.
the same
Your
time,
team
look
is
at the
banning.
side of Impurity. It's kind of very surprising not to see that Hilda ban on the first half. So
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, there's just
I
like
am a daughter of
whatever.
Northern Vale.
Now,
I
in this
swear
in the
to
final
protect
round,
it till my
like,
last
fine, we're
breath.
gonna spare you the Hilda if you wanna pick, or maybe they're saving that, that Hilda for Super M. Maybe we're gonna see Super M,
Sir,
making
what's
those
your
plays
command?
onto the Hilda. But
Your
then
team is
again,
picking.
here, not seeing a Fanny ban from the side of EHT. So here, Impurity are assuming they might go for a Fanny. So they are gonna go on the safer side and ban that Fanny as well.
indeed. But this time, it's kind of weird that on the side of AHT they are banning that Freya
Yeah.
instead. It's like
Always
reverse
on the
draft,
way.
was it, or maybe?
Your team
but
is
still,
picking.
on the side of AHT, they're going straight for the Matilda pick this time on the advantage of their server.
Yeah, I mean, with the roamer being decided here, Impurity
Fight.
can actually take
Fight for the
advantage
ultimate
of
answer.
that.
Oh, here comes the Hilda.
Just
Wait.
as I was saying, like either they're gonna, pick it away, or they're just gonna ban it. So here comes the Hilda pick from the side of Impurity Esport.
Is it my eyes or Nox? Actually,
Yeah.
wait, Nox is there now. There's no
Yeah.
Super Kev anymore. Wow.
Yeah, actually, in the lobby they were texting
Your
like,
team
yeah,
is
we're
picking.
having issues, and this player wants to play as well. So we're just gonna put in Nox in the into the lobby here.
Indeed. Heidenbush picking that Irithel on the side of Impurity right now. So picking that Granger on their side. Maybe, if they're on the picking that advantage, so Granger might actually still have the edge here. But then again, seems like Team AHT are not focusing on the marksman pick just yet, but they're actually looking forward to maybe a swap, or basically, as we can see, possibly Mephisto with that Gore that Nolan.
I'll find a new world.
Carney
For all
Hey.
of us.
goes ahead and picks away that Xavier out of Nico Queen's hand again. With that being said, guys, it is indeed gonna
Upon
be
the
a
edge
Nolan
of the void.
is
pick
picking.
onto Mephisto, so it leaves a lot of space for Van Satra. Actually, he does have the Joy on the table as well as the Assassins. So Are we gonna see a Joy on Van Satru again? We are gonna see in just a moment. But then again, Super M here will be the one playing EXP. So what kind of a draft will Impurity come up with to complement one another? And talking about EXP, wow, the goated
team is
new
banning.
hero Lucas will be picked off onto the side of Team Impurity Esports.
Indeed, I sort of thought that the EXP is gonna be Nox here with the Hilda, but
My
no,
mission
they're going for
is
the
to protect
roaming
lives.
Hilda
Is
once again.
banning.
So the best choice is if they can invade Mephistopheles, then maybe they could have a chance on this, because Hilda is usually like a bully in the Land of Dawn, because you can basically kite people in those bushes, run around, pray with the Wilderness Blessing. So yeah, on the side of Impurity this time, they're
iron.
banning out the High
Your
Lord.
team is banning.
Yeah, they do not want to deal with those chunky bodyguards again, you know, because in the last game, especially in the early phases of the game, they did face a lot of problem with those early heroes, because chunking down their HP without items is just too much of a hassle. So they do not want to face off against those kind of a composition again. And talking about Hylas can actually be thrown into the EXP against Lucas. So it's looking pretty reasonable, you know, to delete him out of the picture.
Indeed. But this time, what will be the ban on the side of Impurity as the Queen makes his decision? His final bans on his team, and yes,
Make some
indeed,
noise
it's
for
gonna be
yours
that,
truly.
that CC on no longer, being able to be picked on the side of AHT. But I feel like since EXP this time it's gonna be Sun, I'm pretty sure. So
Only
they're
love
not giving
and
him that.
night.
Instead,
Your
they're
team
actually
is
everlasting.
AHT Indonesia specializes on Sicilian. So taking that Hanachinta is just weird to see
Yeah.
most of the time.
I mean, Hanya Cinta Malam, Neko Queen actually likes to play that, and gradually stack up those tags. So it's looking like a pretty solid bans and picks on both sides of the team. On the side of AHT so far, we have Nolan, we have Matilda, we have Xavier, and Matilda, with the guiding wind, providing that extra mobility to Mephisto on the Nolan, to engage in and out of the gangs there. So yeah. And
Hans,
on
what
the
am I
side of
seeing?
Inferiority here, what are we seeing?
The falling stars
Oh,
brought us
Neko.
here.
Your team
Wow,
is
that's
pinning.
actually quite interesting. Giving that Novaria to Neko. So he actually want to snipe, it seems like. But it's actually Neko Queen's pick Novari can actually outrange Carney when it comes to consistent, giving, shots towards each other.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty good for that Xavier counter, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, those back shots and side shots that can come from the Novaria, it can be really annoying, especially if they are on point. And with Neko Queen, we do see that he is actually on point with a lot of aiming skills, especially with the Abyssal Arrow, So, him playing in Novaria does look pretty solid as well. And what am I seeing here onto the side of Team AHT? They are going to go ahead and pick off a Nathan against that Eretel. Ooh, this was actually one of those games I've seen that the Nathan was actually creating a havoc into the Land of Dawn, especially when he got his hands onto that holy crystal. He was just melting everyone who was coming into his way. So yeah, it's looking pretty solid for Marco onto that Nathan, especially against that Eretel to have that magic damage advantage, because Eretel cannot use Wind of Nature to avoid that. But then on the other hand, Marco can just go ahead, purchase the Wind of Nature and make full advantage of that. But then again, Van Satru is still left to pick an assassin, and what is he gonna opt for? I'm actually thinking it's gonna be a Joy.
Like you've said, you keep saying Van Satru, trying to be denied.
Let's make the
wait,
whole
wait,
world
wait,
more
what?
lively.
Whoa! I see. Oh, it's actually
Man.
gonna be Lucas jungle. Oh, I forethought that Impurity be like, we're not even playing on our ping, so why not just end it up with a with a Florin jungle? I was like, what?
Nah,
But
Van
never mind,
Satru
man.
rolled us, man.
Yeah, we our legs were pulled there.
Yeah. I mean, we were expecting a Joy, and he was showing a Joy in the draft, but then again, he goes ahead and picks the Florin. We're like, wait, is this a Florin jungle? But then again, seconds later, it is going to be a swap there, so yeah.
Yeah, you got us on the first half, that's for sure, Impurity. But anyhow, here is the lineup of the beautiful teams that's gonna be closing tonight's matches. It's gonna be that Land of Dawn match again, where the dust never falls, but only the dawns persist. But anyway, on the blue side here, we have the AHT on the advantage. Trying to get that 1 point for the country or the motherland, I should say. And on the red side here, we actually have the Impurity with their purity boiling in their bloods. Just like the way they trying to pull our legs right there with that florid jungle. So anyhow, now with that being said, it seems like Wands have a lot of stuff to say right now with this.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the draft here, it's looking really solid because on the side of Impurity Esports, they have a lot of sustain. They have Hilda, they have Lucas, and Florin on top of that is just a cherry, on top of a ice cake. And with that, we see like Neko Queen here trying to, get that buff with that Astral Void, but then again, just not gonna commit to that and go ahead into the enemy jungle here.
Yeah, look at Zihan's just trying to be that very lovely dovey flower girl out there, but it seems like Super M here is actually an EXP player, so I'm actually digging this EXP comp that's coming from on the side of Impurity, because I never actually liked that Hilda roam.
Yeah, especially the Hilda roam does not work out that well because we do need tanks that have a lot of crowd control, and Hilda is just not one of them. She is a damage type roamer. So when you get her into the roaming side, you do lose that set potential as well as those CCB. So yeah.
Yeah, look at that Flower of Hope on towards Van Satoru for that extra damage and extra clearing speed. But here comes Mephisto with the first blood towards Nox, and the first blood going on the side of Impurity with that. Not the Purity, but it's gonna be AHT right there. They're finally showing what low ping seems like on the side of Indonesia.
Yeah. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the turtle is spawning up in about 1 second. But here on the bot side, there are a lot of fight going on. Super M actually bullying Son to that Phobius. And here Neko Queen with just his, assistance onto the EXP. But then again, on the top though, it seems like both marksmen are exchanging a lot of damage. They're actually poking each other through and through. And Irtel seems like she is doing
Brim actually trying to give that sustaining. Son is also dancing over here, but Van Satoru will be the one to take the turtle as they're going for more. The Beast of Light being unleashed, going straight for flash combo right there, and also the flash stab not being used as the freaking blowing electro ball is being used right there. But only 1 kill to the side of AHT once again. But still, Van Satoru is here clearing and denying the jungle on the side of AHT.
Yeah. Oh, look at the bot though. Hilda, just being that menace she is, always with that poke onto that second skill. But then again on the mid here, Nolan already securing those lethal for extra vision as well as continuous farm onto the jungle, to provide that early game spike, early game potential to be the one to one-shot Nox, Queen, as well as hide on bush.
Alright. That being said, look at the Z-Hans here. Trying to get another vision onto Van Satoru once again, but it seems like there's going to be a skirmish in the top lane here as Bush here trying to play it so safe because he does know that he can win against Anatan here. So it seems like both of the teams are actually trying to exchange blows here in the top lane here, but the force of the Queen. Bush actually walking on bush, trying to hide on that bush, but look at Van Satoru going in for more as Neko Queen here with the snipes, with the astral echoes echoing towards the side of AHT right now as Carney drops in the Dawning Light, but the retribution stolen by Van Satoru there as he pops in that Layla lol emoji towards the side of Indonesians here, trying to start up and stir up that beef. But Son finally gets the Dark Force in towards the Infernal Pursuits coming in as well. But this time it's going to be a 1v3. He needs a reinforcement as actually the Guiding Wind's coming up as well. But look at Van almost dying to the Dawning Light coming in for Carney as well. But Super M here trying to be a sneaky one, trying to go and, invade Mephisto or deny him with that red buff as the turtle spawn at the top side. But look at Marco coming down in the mid as well.
Oh, look at the bot side here, Balti.
something almost happened. It's almost Mephistopheles eating the wrath of the wilderness right there.
Oh,
Or
but then
power
again
of
on
the
the
wilderness.
top.
But oh, Iron Bush actually trying to make a play there. Extending with a heavy crossbow at the same time. The sprint is actually used to get back to the lane easily. And with that, another turtle trying to be securing on the side of Impurity again once again.
Yeah, while here, Impurity are securing the turtle. Mephisto is trading off with that buff invasion, and here a lot of fight going on. Balti, what do you have to say?
Yeah, Sun almost dying in the process there, but it seems like Impurity are actually having the lead despite having that ping difference. I don't know if this is the Singapore server or is it going to be the balanced server, but if both teams are actually balanced, which is actually good for us. So anyhow, on the bot side here, it seems like that tier 2 is being worked on. It seems like Team AST are actually focused on objective more than those kills. Oh, flash combo coming in on top side here. It seems like somebody's knocked out. It's going to be Van Satoru here. Son trying to go for an Infernal Pursuit. Will get the kill on the San Satoru here. Iron Bush here. Trying to be on the bush and, giving that strafe shots here. But, gets denied so by Zihans.
Yeah. I mean, talking about, Impurity here, they did overextended in that invasion and they did face the consequence for that. And talking about Neko Queen so far, it seems like he's not as effective as he should be with that Navaria because those shots aren't just seeming to hit that hard, not even hitting the target. So Neko really has to step up his game and be more, focused and consistent on those shots. But then again, on the mid side,
oh no, Super M getting caught, still lives to see another day with the bushes there. And with that being said, as Sun going straight for more with the Van Satoru. He's trying to get 4 men onto place with those Infernal Pursuits as the Dark Force goes it as well. But will he be taken out? Yes, indeed. On his way to the Guiding Winds as well. Iron Bush trying to go for more with the heavy crossbows. Keep shooting on Carney, but doesn't find Zihans in that. But for now, Van Satoru here going straight for one. Iron Bush still using the strafe to get the poke on the Mephist. For now, it's gonna be Impurity here, all glued together. 5 men just going for that bot tier 1.
Ooh, look at Marco there. What is Marco doing? Is he gonna be taken down there? Not just yet. Uses the entropy to get out of that tight situation there.
Yeah, looking really tight for AHT right now because they're gonna be losing all turtles on their side now as Van Satoru secures that third one. So I'm pretty sure the Eternal Guard is implemented. No, it's not. I don't think it's implemented, right, on like the lobbies.
No.
Yeah, Eternal Guardian. The buff that
the
rank
turtle buff, yeah.
I don't think it's implemented, so never mind. But it seems like that Mephisto is working onto the purple for now. But it seems like Impurity are actually leading so far.
Yeah, Impurity, goal-wise, they are leading with a 1.5k goal lead. But then again, here on the top side, hide on Bush with the heavy crossbow, just trying to push off that turret on the top side. Clears out the minions. So it's going to be just a defense for the side of AHT for now. And here, on the side of AHT, it seems like they are leading with the kill. But then again, objective-wise, they're even, and goal-wise, they're just a bit behind. So it's looking pretty even in my opinion at the moment. And then here Carney with his dawning light poking through and fro, checking those bushes, just making those plays here. But look here, what is cooking here in mid side of the bush?
It's just hide on bush playing on those bushes, but it seems like Team AHT are I feel like a bit tilted by starvation. I feel like because we do know that they haven't eaten anything, right? So I kind of see on their play right now that they're actually a bit slower than usual before than the last match. So even if they're on their server, what is going on into the side of AHT? Because oh, never mind. Mephistopheles going straight for that. Straight up raptures, but it's not going to be successful as Marco uses the entropy here. Kind of get a vision as well as the Circle Eagle pops in, knocks up 2. The side of Impurity as the Dawning Light being connected as Nox buys the dust of the Dawning Light, as Sun as well getting eaten up by the power of the wilderness for Super M, as both 1-to-1 trade as EXP and Roamer.
Oh, look at them actually. They're actually playing it really well right now. AHT, despite the starvation, despite not being in the comfort of their homes here, they are still managing to play it anyhow. And so far it's looking, oh my god, what is going on the bot side here?
We are actually seeing
Bush
Zihans
just
getting a kill on
Yeah.
Hydron Bush right now. But it seems like Team AHT are trying to be back on form, but still, they don't have what it takes to keep on pushing because Sun has to do a lot because he's the only guy that can initiate here, actually be on the front line because Zihans here cannot do anything by himself. So for now, it's just going to be that Lord Poke for now as Sun here comes in check. But if we can look at Chum, and it's going to be Sun here just dropping those Infernal Pursuits towards Super M for now. The Super M is just, oh my god, the Flags of Oasis doing his job there, tanking a lot of damage. But Marco with the straight up Superstition just going straight for that and gets the kill.
Yeah, it's looking pretty solid on the side of AHT. They do have a lot of damage at this. Whoa.
Oh. Something's happening. Entropy being popped by Super Marco. If you look at Super Marco here, just going to be giving that back shots left and right as the black hole being punished towards himself. As Sun taking a lot of damage, has to go back, has to heal up from the favor that's going to be coming from Zihans here. For now, he recalls. So, bot side, Elemental Lord marching towards the fortress of AHT as Mephistopheles clearing the path for that tier 2 invasion. But top here, we're trying to see that, Van here trying to actually solo Zihans, but Marco is also there. So it's going to be straight up. Look, they're just going for that objective. They want to end this as much as possible. Team AHT want to end it, but it seems like Van Souther will say just no. It seems like they're trying to make them starve for a little bit longer. It seems like that Sun coming in with the Infernal Pursuits, but gets punished instantly by Hydron Bush. The damage is just too crazy for even Sun to be tanking everything.
Yeah, I mean, talking about the damage, if the Nolan, gets his hands onto that Holy Crystal, he is gonna be damaging like a truck. He's gonna hit like a truck, and he's just gonna be an unstoppable force despite having a lot of sustain onto the side of, Impurity with the Lucas as well as the Hilda and the Florin, But then again, the anti-heal is just gonna do its work off that anti-sustain. So, if Marco will be the one protected by AHT, they can actually manage, to pull this game off and call it a even one-on-one.
Indeed, once. But for now, what can they actually do for now? Unless Mr. Marco here can actually be popping off with those entropy, because Mephistopheles here kind of in a little bit of a pinch because 3 members on top side Impurity are actually giving that deny for Mephistopheles to try to possibly that backdoor. So for now it seems like not Impurity but AHT are actually on the prowl. They're camping on the bushes, but don't forget as Nickel Queen is quite fast-witted to actually be checking the bush with those Astral Recalls. So for now, Super Marco is also being marked by Super M here because they have to take out Super Marco if they can have any chance against wiping them.
Yeah, talking about Super Marco, to look at the top side, Mephisto, bursting out the Lucas, but then again, just him being tanky, not quite dying there. And with that, we see that the Lord is already spawning in about 15 seconds, and with that on the top though, a lot of clash going on.
Indeed, but guess who just reveals the entirety of AHT? It's gotta be the Queen with that Astral Echo there, echoing towards the side of AHT. What can they do instead? Just force out that Luminous right here. It's like Mephistopheles here. AHT are just gonna go for that Luminous for now, but it seems like Super Imp here is just gonna come straight, but Mephisto gets that Lord. They're gonna be backing out, and they're gonna be marching with the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, with the Luminous Lord on their side, they can actually try to end this, but then again, not quite possible with a lot of turrets still standing on the side of, on the side of Impurity here. So they're just gonna have to, trade off that Lord for the turrets at the moment. And if we look at the items so far, we see that Mephisto already full build onto the Nolan, follow up by Nathan with his core items already being built on him, the Arcane Boot, the Feather of Heaven, as well as the Starlium Sight, and his most important item, the one and only Holy Crystal.
Yeah, the Holy Crystal for a little bit of a shot there. But anyhow, Sun is gonna go for that. Astro Echo being caught before members of HT. But for now, it's gonna be Marco getting those tier 2s. But don't forget, as that inhibitor finally falls towards Impurity, as the Han's coming in for more, as Super M is going so much with the Revitalize healing left to right, along with that Florence Bloom. For now, that tier or the inhibitor is gonna fall towards Impurity, and they're gonna survive the siege for now.
Yeah, and talking about AHT, they're actually holding their ground really well. They're actually in the lead. They are leading the game with a 4k goal difference. And item-wise, AHT, they're actually doing really good against Team Impurity here, because the jungler on their side is, look at Mephisto.
Mephisto in trouble, almost getting caught in the Van Satoru flash combo. That's the last thing you want to be caught in the combo, because that's just stuns you for quite a second, and even seconds are quite important in team fights, because within those seconds you can just get taken out. So seems like Impurity are gonna be in the comforts of their fortress for now, because they're just gonna have to play defensive, because they just are not in that advantage of just being aggressive unless Team AHT makes a mistake for the green light.
Yeah, I mean, talking about advantage, the only late game advantage that Impurity have, they have an Airtel that will deal out, most of the damage. And on the side of AHT, though, look at Mephisto.
Oh. Looks like Mephisto trying to do a little bit. Trying to get those fractures going in. Trying to take out at least one member on the side of Impurity, so that AHT can end it quite fast on their hands, because they're actually draining by that craving. So for now, this not elemental but luminous lord is going to be spawning again. But if they can turn it into that enhanced lord, that will be quite nice on the side of AHT before they can make the push once again.
Yeah, I mean, with the 17-minute mark, it is gonna be turning into a enhanced lord, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And look at the teams actually here being revealed by Neko Queen. But then again, the shots that's coming off from Neko Queen are not just hitting that well.
And look at that enhanced lord being buffed to the brim. I feel like it's gonna be 18 minutes until this gets enhanced, but still they're dancing with the elemental, not the, why did I keep saying elemental, but with this lord, because they keep touching it, it's not gonna have that idle time for it to be spawning. But it seems like
the way he's camping there.
Yeah, he's trying to do something. Only one astral echo being caught to the side of AHD for now, but it seems like Van Satoru here trying to get that retribution push, but entropy beat popped again right now. Zihan's going into the midst of it. Hydron Bush also drops in that heavy crossbow, but Marco will be the one to secure it once again, as Sun flicks as well. But Hydron Bush has that sprint to be sprinting away from the bounded chains guy for now. But Van Satoru getting a kill on Mephisto instead once again. But it seems like Van also might get fallen here by these shots coming in, but Zihans will be the one to say good night. And look at Sun again, trying to give vision on towards Super M, because Super M is going to be targeting Marco most of the time. So keeping your marksman safe is the key to a late game advantage.
Yeah, I mean, Bolty, look at Zihan, making use of that Matilda's assassin role, not going for the full tank build here, but then again going for the mage build for that insane damage onto the Matilda. Ooh, look at the mid-side one.
3 as well. Infernal Pursuits going for more. But look at Super Imp here, backshot, getting back shots as well. But it seems like Marco is not there, as he does not fall once yet, but Zihan's will be the one to get taken out on that push. So another enhanced lord being spent, and then they have to wait for a few more minutes before they can get that again. So the match is being stretched like a cheese pull, like a mozzarella stick here. But for now, Mephisto trying to get a kill, but I don't think he can get any solo kill, because both of these are very tanky. So yeah, he's going straight for more with that gauge, or expansion I should say.
Ooh, Carney actually manages, to take the buff from their side. No, not actually from their side. That's look at the mid-side bolting. A fight is cooking.
Son eating a full Flash combo goes in straight for Van Satoru, but Super Marco, why did I call him Super Marco? Maybe he is the prodigy of Super Marco here. He gets the kill on Mr. Super M at the same time, coming in for more. Carney gets a kill on Nox as well. 3 falls towards that clash as Sun gets traded out. It's a good trade on the side of AST. There's 9 kills ahead, only 6 deaths on the side of Impurity as Marco pops in that entropy once again for those double theory of everything stacks at the same time. Stacking that theory of everything is going to be on towards for him, but the interference is going to be dropping as well. But Neko Kim gets Mephisto, but it seems like Impurity is gonna live to see another day. But look at the interference just coming straight. Oh, look at the damage coming in from that Astro Recall. Marco needs to watch out, but Neko Queen might be the one to get caught in this one, but never mind. They're actually so scared of Neko Queen, they're not trying to make that mistake once again.
Yeah, I mean, talking about Neko Queen, at this point, he is playing like, oh my Venus, with those back shots from a distance. And here, hide on bush on that Irritel, managing to pull off that defense earlier. So, they did live to see another day. And with that, we will see the Lord, which is, enhanced, will be the one spawning at the moment. And here, Impurity Esport already on their way to secure it. And Super M just going into the front, trying to provide that vision and tankiness for his team.
Indeed, look at Sun here though, eating an Astral Echo. At the same time, Van Satoru, this time Impurity getting that enhanced Lord on their side. They are actually paving a way for a possible comeback because they are basically so low on turrets that they need this Lord to actually push, potentially taking, those tier 2s along the way on the side of AST for, better chance of winning this.
Yeah, I mean, as the Lord, will make his way towards the lanes, let's, take a moment and check the items on the side of Impurity Esport because they are catching up with the items as well. Neko Queen already with a full item, as well as Van Satoru, Hide on Bush, and, followed up by the Florin on the Nox. And, Super M here just making his way onto his last item. On the other hand, though, we have AHT and 3 of them already with a full build, and Matilda, just going with the crazy mage build, dealing insane damage. If he gets to locked onto Nox or Neko Queen, Zihan can actually one-shot them, but then here...
Oh, look at the guiding winds coming from Zihan's here, dealing a lot of damage here, but gets punished instantly by Van Satoru here, but Mephisto will be the one to take out the Queen right there, but the Elemental, not the Elemental, but the Enhanced Lord beat popped as well. The Mystic Field's getting caught, lots of Impurity on their side as Sun try to do something, but gets absolutely heavy crossbow down by Hide on Bush here. It seems like it's looking bad, but Marco will be the one to absolutely get these kills from left to right as he goes for more, as he goes for those basic, as he gets the killing spree as well. Look at Marco, interference as well, but gets punished by Hide on Bush as he has the immortality as well. And look at that 3-3 trade on both sides once again as Impurity want to stretch another cheese stick. On the duration of the time is 23 minutes. The tide is... there's not much of a difference at this point because we are way past late game. This is the extra late game right here. Now they're just gonna run away. Just gonna run away, man. Oh wait, Super Imp here might try to do something, but no, the passive is way too strong.
Yeah, I mean the heal on him is actually really strong, almost about 300 heal per second onto that bush there.
Yeah, on top of that, the extra shield is just crazy as well.
And it seems like for now, Impurity are gonna have to back off and go and defend the base because the super minions are just way too annoying, and it seems like Neko Queen will be the one to be pushing the top lane.
Indeed, once, but for now, what can they do then wait out this final... I feel like this is going to be the final Lord clash for this match right now, because this particular Lord is going to be, having so much HP at this point. It's going to be that 6-9. Oh, it's nice. But anyways, it seems like Sun here starting that turtle. Not turtle, why did I say turtle? It's going to be that Lord, and then... yeah, they're not actually, giving up so far yet. It seems like... Oh, wait, never mind. Top side. Oh, Mephisto is looking for You know, like a little bit of a sneaky play
Yeah,
here, but
he is.
Nickel Queen also. He's very squishy. Do keep in mind he has the flicker though, but it seems like Mephisto is gonna take those advantage, just trying to go for it. But look at this, Nickel Queen here in
Oh,
defense. There, he actually knows how to defend. But look at the Astral Echo echoing towards Mephisto as Van is coming here with a flash combo, gets the kill once again, and that is a green light for Impurity to start that enhanced lord and potentially end it towards their side. But it seems like Nickel has to go back, has to defend this. But for now, Super Im onto the lead. Hydon Bush also have to do something. Marco is still on the side of AHT because they can't leave a Marco behind just yet. But starting that enhanced lord will trigger something in deep in their human genes that they're trying to actually. Yeah, they're actually Impurity is going straight for more. Look at Super Im zoning here and there with that delay as well as Nickel Queen joins the fight, and that's securing on the side of Impurity. Are we going to see a 2-0?
well, I'm not sure what to expect, because Marco on that Nathan, he's just dealing way too much insane damage. Despite having the Lord onto their side, he can just melt it like it's butter. So keeping that in mind, as well as with the entropy, as well as the guiding wind, flask, a lot of key for Marco to stay alive into the fights here. So looking pretty solid, for the side of AHC to defend this. On the other hand, though, Impurity Esports, on the top, making that a side push, trying to get the inhibitors, but then again, not really committing to it because they do not want to get picked off. But on the bot side here, Zihan will be actually trying to zone the Lord, not giving it that push, and Marco will be the one melting it like it's nothing.
Wow, we are getting another street or the teaspool as well. But it seems like Impurity Super Im though with that healing. I feel like he's rocking with the Oracle. Yeah, there we go, because the heal was way too insane. Even anti-heal could not stop that for it. Oh no, Super Im in trouble here. Never mind, seems like Sun is still going for more, gets hit by the flash combo. But look at these players, they are so serious about this. This is basically like the battle of patience at this point. The team that does not get bored or gets tilted wins.
Yeah, if they can, maintain their patience, maintain the discipline, maintain their focus, this game can even stretch up to 1 hour, I'd say, because the way they're playing, it is just absolutely insane. No one is actually, rushing. No one is making the hasty decision. They are quite decisive with their moves. Everything that they're doing is actually very calculated.
That's very much true, once. But Van, they look at the two tanky ones that are on the bushes, checking both of the bushes. Quite a nice play coming in from Impurity this time. But for now, it's gonna be Marco here on the tip of that bush. If he makes that hasty decision of showing himself, that's gonna be very bad. But for now, it seems like both of the teams are gonna be waiting for another Lord fight once again.
Yeah, and talking about the Lord, look at the timer. It is stretching to about half an hour of a game here, which is absolutely insane. And both of the teams, they do not want to lose this game. Team Impurity, despite being on a 1 onto their side, they do not want to give another and even onto the side of AHT. They do want to go with a clean sweep, and they are not giving up. They are maintaining that patience, disciplines, focus onto their side, as well as AHT onto their side, maintaining their focus and patience as well.
It's true. It seems like Sun here might lose to that patience, but no, there's the Hans there with the saving grace of the guiding winds, guiding him to safety once again. But look at the Lord being started on the side of AC. This time, it seems like Team Impurity are not in position just yet for the fight, but Entropy be popped well. But it seems like Marco getting knocked up. He shouldn't get knocked up in this fight because this Retribution fight is gonna be quite hasty, but it's gonna be Kemi getting the kill, or getting the kill towards the Lord. Mephisto falling into the hands of Van Satoru once again. Seems like the call for AST to retreat. But oh, look at the combo coming in. But the heal of the Revitalize is going to be too much for AHT to handle once again.
Man, the amount of butterflies that the Xavier delivered from the Wishing Lantern was just so satisfying to look at. I mean, bro, that was so pretty to look at, man.
Yeah.
And talking about these teams, they onto the side of AHT, they did lose Mephisto onto that fight, so it is gonna be a 4v5. And it seems like AHT are not gonna commit to ending the game just yet, because there are 5 onto the side of Impurity Esports, and Hydon Bush just targeting that Lord, maintaining his focus onto clearing that Lord as soon as possible. But then again, here AHT coming out with the insane amount of poke. Damn, that Xavier is actually hitting like a truck with that Holy Crystal as well as the Wishing Lantern. He does not even have a boot at this point, despite being a mage, vulnerable, to not having any dash skill. He does not care about boot because he have a Matilda on his side with that guiding wind.
Yeah. Even the gold difference is there, but it doesn't matter. But 90k, I feel like we're gonna hit like 100k at this point once.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like
it's gonna be a new record for True Internationals. The longest game, 30 minutes, half an hour. But it's still not to the Dota standards just yet, because Dota matches are actually being stretched to like 1 hour, even a normal classics. So anyhow, seems like Hydon Bush and Super M are gonna be camping here, waiting for Mephisto to potentially grab it, or maybe give vision to Van Satoru to grab that purple. But for now, Mephisto are on the other side. But look at the butterflies being chasing towards Mephisto. Oh my god, the damage is way too much for Neko Queen. I feel like he's not gonna be having that boots anymore. And indeed, look at the amount of item is just going raw damage to give the raw shots right there.
Yeah, I mean, both mages are giving a lot of shots, from a distance there, especially with the Wishing Lantern providing that extra 8%, HP damage. So it's gonna hit like a truck, whenever you're gonna trigger that Wishing Lantern. And talking about the game being stretched, at this point, even my stomach is actually really stretched. And I could even hear your pet on the background, they're meowing, So it seems like we all are actually being stretched.
Yeah, we are definitely stretched. Stretched like a dough, stretched like a bread. Anyhow, but it seems like that this time, I wonder how much HP the Lord is gonna have this time. If it keeps evolving to a point, or is it still gonna be that same? Oh, 83k this time. All right, it's still scaling up. So a tougher Lord or tougher HP breaking for now. But it seems like bot side, Marco and Zihan's good move. The Rome and the gold actually staying together. Looking at their items for now, it seems like Marco still has the boots, so he does not actually swap it out for like immortality so that he doesn't get caught. But there he's trusting that trust to Zihans for now. But who's gonna get that distribution? It's gonna be Mephisto. Here comes the airline. Zihans Sun almost getting taken out, but it seems like the Van here has to force out those energy electro balls as well. But for now, it's going to be looking another good push on the side of AHT, and hopefully potentially end the game, or maybe we're going to be stretched for another Lord fight here once.
Yeah, I mean, if this is not going to be the end, I do not know what is going to be, because the game has just been stretched too long. Both of these teams are so persistent. They do not want to lose. They do not want to go home. Especially AHT, they do not want to go home with a 0.
What? Look at that, 100k gold inside of Impurity.
Man.
Oh, cool.
On the mid side though.
Yeah, they're trying to pull Impurity, trying to pull that Lord to potentially just get it back. But look at the HP is way too much, and then still again, look at these two tanky boys just tanking it for Impurity once again. It seems like Super M still not falling, but it's gonna be Van falling at the same time. But this time I feel like it's gonna be the end, as the Van Satoru falls right now. It's Super M so trying to get something. Hydon Bush in trouble here. He gets taken out by Sun, and look at that. GG's for AHT for getting the game won and equalizing on towards Indonesia. There we go once. We've been stretched like this.
Man, I mean, yeah, that was quite a quite a stretch game, I would say. I mean,
Yeah.
In the game, there were not many intense plays. It was actually really slow, gradual, and patient. And, whoever is the most patient wins. And it seems like in this game, actually, AHT were the monks with the most patience. So they did pull off the game here. Actually, I did see a little bit of impatience from the side of AHT, toward that end, because they were going all in onto that Lord push. They did not want to go and stretch for another Lord after that. So yeah, guys.
Right. Their HD finally will be able to grab their snacks. They're gonna be munching it on like, hungry guys, just going straight for the chicken. Wow. For now, I just want to say that Carney though has like 200k damage on the Xavier. That's just way too insane. But anyways, this is the end for the tonight's matches on the True International. Thank you guys for staying and then watching, even though that matches was a bit too much stretched. But for now, thank you so much. We just want to say that tomorrow is gonna be the last day. So I feel like we're gonna have a better audience, because since it's gonna be the last day, we want to end it with a banger. And don't forget, as casters are gonna be providing you guys with a bit of clothing service at the same time. But we're not talking about those red light district clothing, okay, guys? But any freaking hell.
Yeah.
All right, we're done. We're pretty much done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I want to thank all the collaborators as well. Saytreat, Falls JL, our streamer as well, he's probably like opening his eyes like this, because he's also gonna be very sleepy, because in Indo it's actually quite so late. So I want to thank them as well. I want to thank the Forum Esports, Pelajar, and the Bulacan Provincial. Yes, and then with that being said, this is me and Once. Once, you actually want to say something, or?
Actually, I'm too tired at this point to
Yeah.
even say anything. So yeah, bye guys. It's gonna be a great night, and it's gonna be a wrap up for tonight. So with that, me and Balti will be the ones signing off. See you tomorrow in the grand finals.
Catch ya.
Just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control. Feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the